रेटिंग है, अगर इसमें क्या कहना चाहिए?
I'm very excited to see the film. I have read the book when I was in college in New York. That is one of the first books that I read as I joined college, and it was a very impressionable time in my life. And I have some things have retained in my heart from this autobiography, and it's one of the important books that one has come across.
And it's a biopic, so
And I'm going to reread the book now that Sushmita Mukherjee has gifted the book to me again. And I look forward to rereading it, because now, after that many years, how is it going to impact me now? What am I going to make of it now? And his life is, of course, something that needs to be seen by everyone.
thank you. Sir, how was the film? कैसी लगी film?
Fabulous. It's a real, I would say, a rude awakening in many ways, because, we always like to ape people from the West, and it's a very humbling feeling when you have a master from our part of the world, and an Eastern master when it comes to his philosophy, who became a giant going across to the West and conquering the Western world as early as the turn of the 19th century, the 18th century. It's a very humbling experience. It shows that there is a path to self-realization, and some of the techniques which you see in the movie and which are spoken about is quite unbelievable. People say that you live in the modern day and age in a you experience a life of materialistic stuff, artificial stuff. You really don't hit reality the way it should. But I'm sure when you watch this film, nothing is impossible. If you can practice those techniques, you will realize the path to self-realization. There's also a saying always said, live in the now. What is the now? It is reality. When you keep getting a reality check, you will know how to live in the now and not think too far ahead, not think too far behind. Well, fantastic movie.
best part की अगर बात करेंगे film की, तो आपको
No, I thought the best part, which I said later on, was how a man, a human being, just with a relationship, like a guru shishya relationship, bolte hain, through a relationship with his guru, Yukteswar ji, could travel that far, single-handedly into the United States with nothing in hand, no baggage whatsoever, and then conquer the West just on sheer self-belief and the power of self-realization. Unbelievable.
thank you.
Well, I'm really going to catch it again in the cinema hall on the 17th of June. I want to see it with everybody there of the public. I'm very grateful a film like this has been made. I think it's very important that this sort of energy we put out into the world that we are living in today, a spiritually charged energy that comes from a great realized human being, is something we all need more than ever today, because the world is just being, and especially through the medium of cinema, which is the great, the biggest, the most powerful medium of entertainment and of reaching out to people. So it's just so lovely that योगानंद जी पे एक फिल्म बन गई है और वो अब सिनेमा हॉल्स में आएगी. And he has been a great spiritual power for the West for all these years. It's a pity that we haven't followed him as powerfully and as passionately, but hopefully things will change. And we really need this sort of energy coming into our space today, our space of the world. Very, very necessary.
Ma'am, it's an arts and biopic film, so do you think Life of Yogi can create a magic on box office?
Yes, I think so. The interesting thing is that somebody like Steve Jobs used to read the autobiography of a yogi every year. And apparently when he passed away, copies of autobiography of Yogi were distributed to people at his funeral. You know, I know a lot of the greatest filmmakers, the most successful Hollywood filmmakers have studied the autobiography of a yogi like a Bible every year. If nothing, at least people who are commercially inclined very much in the material world can realize that there is a balance between materiality and the spirit, and you can't kill the spirit in search of materiality, otherwise that all the riches of the world mean nothing if you're spiritually not realized.
देखा जाए तो अगर गुरुजी ने योगा का एक ट्रेंड सा चलाया हुआ था, उसके बारे में क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
नहीं, आप योगा को ट्रेंड नहीं बोल सकते हैं. ट्रेंड, हाँ ट्रेंड लोग बोलते हैं क्योंकि जो नहीं पता फिर को लगता है कुछ खास लोग उसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं तो वो ट्रेंड है. लेकिन जो लोग योगा करते हैं उनके लिए वो एक बहुत गहरी आत्मदर्शन है, जिसे कहते हैं अभिमुख होना अपने आप से, सम्मुख होना. तो ये ट्रेंड नहीं कह सकते योगा को. जिसने योगा का पथ पकड़ लिया वो भाग्यशाली है, जिसने नहीं पकड़ा उसे कुछ जन्म लेने पड़ेंगे समझने के लिए कि मैं कौन हूँ, क्या हूँ, कहाँ से आया हूँ और क्यों आया हूँ और आगे कहाँ जा रहा हूँ. The urban needs it even more because urban people are so disconnected with the nature, they're disconnected with their own bodies, they're disconnected with each other. Husbands don't connect to wives, wives don't connect to husbands, their husbands, respective husbands I mean. Children, parents, everywhere where you see today the malaise of urban life is a deep disconnect, first of all with yourself, and naturally when it's with yourself then you are disconnected with every other human being around you. So I think the urban needs a spiritual connect more than people who are happily living closer to nature,